Namaste friends, it's a pleasure to share the screen with my daughter Khushi Goyal, and this is my first video with my daughter. I hope everybody will like it and will be useful to everyone. So Khushi, tell me, what would you like to discuss today?
Hi, Papa. It is really great to share the screen with you. I'm very delighted. And today we are going to discuss upon a very important topic for today's generation, for the youth especially, and it is about GD and PI, how to attend group discussion and how to give personal interviews. So I would actually like to ask you that how a person in a group discussion should start the topic. So how should we take the initiative and start?
See, I tell you, Khushi, to start with, let us just go a step behind this. First of all, once you are qualified, once you get a degree or a certificate, that is a proof, or that's a document which substantiates that you have the basic knowledge of the subject, and that is why you have been awarded with that degree or the certificate, right? So the interviewer, or during the group discussion, the observer would like to know or would like to observe something beyond the syllabus, something beyond the textbooks. So first of all, my suggestion would be for all of you to go beyond the syllabus, textbooks, and know about the current economic affairs, current political situation, current sports news, and all those things should also be part of your activity. So you should read newspapers, magazines, or you can listen to news on TV channels to update yourself on the thing, because group discussion is more on the current affairs. So now coming to group discussion, usually what you mean by group discussion is, in a group discussion, it's like n number of people will be there. It can be 4, 5 or 10 people on a round table, and a topic will be given by the observer, and as a group you need to discuss on that. So few of them may be speaking against the topic, and few of them may be speaking for the topic. So it is an analysis of the topic by a group. So it's a group discussion kind of thing. So as a participant, sometimes you are not aware of the topic. See, there are various methods of group discussion. One, it's an open topic given to the group, and anybody can start the group discussion, and then everybody can participate as per their turn or on a random basis. Now, if it is on a random basis, then it's a plus point for the participant. Immediately when the topic is being delivered or topic is given, the participant should immediately take up the topic and become the leader of the group. He should start the deliberation immediately, stating that, okay, fine, welcoming everyone, and stating that this is a topic provided to us, and let us have a good discussion on it, let us debate on the topic, and then he can organize a turn by turn discussion on it. And since he starts the topic, then his number will come in the last. So that's an opportunity for him to listen to everyone, to note down the points discussed and delivered by everyone, and then summarize the things. And if he has anything further to add, he can add to it. If he does not know the topic, then he can simply summarize what everyone has said and then thanks everyone. So in this entire process, he demonstrates his leadership quality, he demonstrates the teamwork, and that is what the observer will also look at. Now sometimes what happens in a group discussion, they give a topic and then they say that, okay, from right hand side everybody will start delivering. So if you are the first person as a participant, and if you are not aware of the topic, then it becomes sometimes difficult. But even then also, you should say something from the nomenclature of the topic and say that, I'll reserve my views and would like others to participate, and I'll come back on it, instead of fumbling or instead of saying that I don't know about the topic. So let the others start, and at the end or in between you can again start. You can deliberate or you can share your views on the topic. So that's another way of doing it.
I would also like to ask how to handle disputes and disagreements between the group members.
See, in a group discussion, it's not that you are debating against each other. It is a group discussion, like it happens in corporate offices. When we decide or when we want to take a strategic decision, then we have a group discussion. So group discussion is not debating against each other. It is trying to evaluate a topic or deliberate on a topic. So there can be somebody who is saying for the topic and somebody saying against the topic. So everybody will share their views on the topic. So nothing to dispute on.
Okay.
In fact, you should not enter into a dispute with anybody. If somebody has said anything against a topic and you are not in line, or your views are not in line with the views of the other person, let it be.
Yeah.
You share your views on that.
With this, I think we have got plenty of insights about the group discussion, and I think our audience also got to know a lot about how a group discussion should be handled. And now let's come to the personal interview, which is the main part, the end part of the whole process. So what are the key aspects and the qualities that an interviewer is looking at or is expecting from their candidates?
See, first of all, in the personal interview or in the group discussion, the attire, the presentation is very important. You should be properly shaved or properly dressed or decently attired. Decent proposition should be there. So, like many participants have seen that they have done over makeup. That should be avoided. In case of boys, the dressing should not be very sparkling or very aggressive, which hides the image of the participant. So the dressings should be proper, which does not overdo your image. So your image should come up properly. Okay? And shoes and everything should be very clean and polished, proper haircut and all those things. Those are the basics that should be there. First of all, when you enter for the personal interview, it will be in a big boardroom kind of thing. Usually it happens so knock the door, and until unless permitted, don't step into it. Take the permission, proper permission, step, walk towards the table, and unless permitted, don't sit down. So if they allow you to sit down, if they permit you to sit down, then only you take the seat. Whatever belongings you have, if you have a file or something, keep it on your lap, not on the table. Your bag and everything should be by the side of the chair. It should not be on the table, because table is their jurisdiction. It is not your jurisdiction. So until unless permitted, don't keep things on the table. It should be on your lap. Once they ask for the certificates or once they want to see your credentials or anything, then share the file with them so that they can have a look at it. If there are more than one interviewers, then your eye contact should be with everyone. And once you enter the room, the first thing your greeting should be there. So once you greet all the board members who are sitting there, who are taking the interview. So that is very important. These are the basic things which are important. Now coming to your question specifically is what the interviewer would like to look at it. As I told you in the beginning, once you are awarded with a certificate or a degree, it is presumed that you have the knowledge of the subject which has been taught during the course, right? So that is why this certificate and degree has been awarded. So they would like to know beyond that. They would like to know what has not been taught to you. So whether you are aware of the recent developments regarding your subject, which is prevalent in the market or which is not part of your course curriculum, so whether you are aware of it or not, how far you are aware of the current scenario or the current political economic scenario of the country, how far you are aware of the sports. So these are the things which they would like to know, is to assess your engagement with the society at large, apart from just studying books. So like they ask you what are your hobbies, so you should be very careful while stating your hobbies, because there might be questions which can be thrown to you from your hobbies itself, and if you fumble on that, then they might take it otherwise. So only when you are into that hobby, then only you please mention it.
Yeah.
That is very important. Secondly, once they ask you ki tell me about yourself, so instead of reading your resume, try to take them through something which is beyond your resume. So this is one thing.
Okay, like as you mentioned that you should say beyond the resume and everything. Is there any tips or tricks to use and showcase your strengths in between? Is there any way to?
It is like whatever you have done throughout your career, from your childhood till date, anything what you have achieved, like you are part of an NGO, or you have led a team in the NGO, or you have participated in sports at various levels, or like you have started a small startup or a business during your college time, school time, or during COVID period, and the success story behind that. So these things you should share, because these are the qualities which they would like to know from, like, apart from the studies. These are the qualities which will strengthen your thing, strengthen your presence in the interview. This will give you an edge to you over the others, because see, all of them are, say, MBAs. Now why they will choose you over the other? So there has to be some edge, and that is what you need to demonstrate. Secondly, your knowledge about the current affairs, that is very important. Your knowledge about the development in the subject in which you are, like nowadays artificial intelligence,
Yes.
that's very important. How artificial intelligence has influenced your subject. Say if you are in marketing, so how it has added value to the marketing, and what are the things, what are new things that has come up by way of artificial intelligence. So these things you should be aware of it. So relevant magazines or relevant post you should go through, either on a weekly basis, daily basis, or monthly basis. You should go through those things to update yourself.
So, as you have mentioned about the soft skills earlier, like what are the attire and the presentation skills? So, is there any skills or tips to improve the body language and to improve the confidence of the candidate?
See, body language is, first of all, you should look confident. You should not try to camouflage any of your answers or try to build up on anything. If you know something, it's good. If you don't know something, politely say that, yeah, I'm not aware of it, or I don't know, rather than fumbling and rather than making something nonsense out of it.
Yeah.
And secondly, when you sit, you should sit straight, look into the eyes of the person who is, like, if say 5 persons are there on the interview board. If anybody is asking you a question, first of all, look into the eyes of the person who is asking you the question and try to understand the question properly. If you don't understand it, request him to again repeat the question. And once you are answering the question, start from the person who has asked the questions, then make eye contact with all the board members. So that is very important.
So, lastly, by concluding, any idea or any tricks for the viewers to improve their communication and vocabulary skills?
Reading books.
Yeah.
Reading books is very important. Nowadays there are e-books also. I prefer paper books. So reading books is very important. Try to read proper books, and whatever is of your interest or your subject, and that is going to help you in increasing your vocabulary, presentation skills, discussion skills, and everything. So that is one thing. Participate in sports. Sports is a very good medium of active meditation. So I always emphasize on sports, and I have seen you growing good in sports.
Yes.
So I would prefer everybody to participate in sports and read books apart from whatever textbooks and syllabus that you are covering up.
I think I've completed all my questions and we have covered a lot of topics related to this. And I think our viewers also have got a lot of insight about the basic general group discussion and person interview generally. Thank you, Papa. It has always helped me, and I wanted everybody else to get the help from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I request everyone to please share, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Thank you.
Thank
Jai
you.
Hind.